This summer, are you ready for the hottest new trend on Twitch? Are you ready for the spiciest content? Are you ready for the meta that defined a generation? Then get ready for Hot Tub... Wait, what?
What do you mean hot tubs are dead? Well, then what's the new... ear licking? Seriously. Okay.
Get ready for ear-licking ASMR in yoga poses.
Over the last month, the stars of the infamous hot tub meta have found a new outlet to engage with their audience, a type of content that puts viewers right next to their favorite streamers. Well, at least that's how it sounds. Dubbed the ASMR meta, this ear-licking, legging-wearing, yoga-posing phenomenon has drawn the attention and ire of the entire Twitch community. It brought bans down on some of the most popular streamers from the Just Chatting category, and it reignited the conversation of where the line should be drawn when it comes to sexual content on the platform.
My lovers.
Again.
Oh my god.
What the is that?
XQCL.
Ah! Get out of my head! Get out of my head. Ah! I fucking hate this shit. I can't stand it.
For 6 months, hot tub streaming was all the rage on Twitch. Women in the Just Chatting section took advantage of a specific clause in the platform's rules and regulations, which allowed them to stream in bikinis as long as they were swimming. To learn more about how this came to be, we've actually got a whole video on the topic.
Dude, why did the wind just blow as soon as I got out of the hot tub?
For now, let's talk about the fallout of the hot tub trend. In response to the increasing number of waterlogged, bikini-clad streams and outcry from the viewership, Twitch finally took significant action, over half a year later. On May 18th, 2021, Twitch fired their first shot across the bow of hot tub streamers, demonetizing the largest and most successful of them, Amaranth. According to her, this amounted to a pay cut of $35,000 to $40,000 a month.
Thank you, Red Crystal, for getting us out.
While Amaranth still had other sources of revenue through bits, donations, subs, not to mention her OnlyFans, this was a clear message from Twitch to streamers with similar content as Amaranth. 3 days after the demonetization, Twitch created a new home for the hot tub streams in their own dedicated category: pools, hot tubs, and beaches. The intention clearly being to corral any women showing a little extra skin into one category, keeping them away from those looking for more tame content.
Twitch mentions that advertisers can control where they put their ads, and they can opt out of advertising on the pools, hot tubs, and beaches category if they want. So it sounds like they made this category quickly so advertisers had an easy way to avoid all hot tub content. It seems like they made like a quarantine zone, like, okay, all hot tub streamers go here, so that way all advertisers can avoid you.
But beyond this, Twitch took it a step further, claiming that, quote, being found to be sexy by others is not against our rules, and Twitch will not take enforcement action against women or anyone on our service for their perceived attractiveness. But while this message seemed to champion their support of hot tub streamers, for many it rang hollow, considering the actions taken against Amaranth just 3 days earlier.
While the guidelines have been about sexually suggestive content, being found sexy by others is not against our rules, and Twitch will not take enforcement against women or anyone on our service for their perceived attractiveness. Then why did Velvet get banned? If they're not taking action against that, why did Amaranth lose her monetization? I find this to be incredibly intellectually dishonest.
Regardless of how people felt, the new status quo was firmly in place, and the women that helped boost the Just Chatting section to its recent level of dominance were forced to start over, in a section with virtually zero foot traffic. While the creation of the hot tubs category was met initially with interest and a brief boom in popularity, viewership has been steadily decreasing ever since. Whether due to its loss of novelty or loss of visibility, the hot tub section soon became nothing more than a niche category, currently sitting at 154,000 followers. Rookie numbers when compared to hot tub's previous home of just chatting with 14.4 million. This drought caused many hot tub stars, with the exception of Amaranth, to face a significant and dramatic decrease in their viewership, and thus their profitability. IndieFox, for example, saw her viewership plummet by almost half, a mere week after the creation of the category. This ultimately pushed these streamers to find a new, more profitable avenue in the Twitch ecosystem: the ASMR category. Always a bit of an odd duck on the platform, ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. It's described as a pleasurable tingling sensation down the scalp and back of the neck caused by certain audio stimuli. ASMR streamers typically hope to achieve this through use of various actions near overly sensitive microphones. Whispering, tapping, rubbing, scraping, and crinkling of certain materials are all commonly used to achieve this effect. But in some corners of the internet, ASMR can take on a significantly more R-rated tone, with subject matter getting far more overtly sexual. Many of the displaced hot tub streamers were hoping to recreate some of their previous success by bringing that more risque form of ASMR to Twitch.
My lovers.
In hopes of avoiding the ban hammer while maximizing the limits of what's considered sexy but not sexual, these streamers presented themselves and marketed their streams exceedingly carefully. Dressing in leggings that, while covering them appropriately, also made their rounds on TikTok for their ability to accentuate the, voluptuousness of the wearer. They also made sure to market themselves as doing yoga ASMR so that certain positions would fall squarely under the protection of that physical activity.
This is the happy baby pose.
But the main event was a focus on a specific type of ASMR stimulation: ear licking and kissing. While this may seem overtly sexual to some, the streamers themselves had been painstakingly cautious not to cross certain lines when it came to what they said into their ear-shaped mics, avoiding any sexual terms or extreme language. It's a fine line, but those women sought to walk it expertly. In just a month, the ASMR category exploded, with ear-licking streamers making up the vast majority of top channels at any given time. Meanwhile, back at the hot tub section that was made for them, the top stream became a group of happy little otters. Not that they didn't earn it. The newfound popularity of this specific brand of ASMR brought with it a fair amount of criticism. Many streamers and content creators spoke out against or even spoofed the hot new meta.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
What the is that?
XQCL.
Ah! Get out of my head! Get out of my head. Ah! I fucking hate this shit. I can't stand it.
How is that ASMR? She's literally giving the dude kisses when he subs. How is that ASMR? That's not ASMR!
Despite their precautions, Twitch came down hard and uncharacteristically fast on the ASMR streamers, leveling 3-day bans against Amaranth and IndieFox on June 18th. While the exact reasoning hasn't been provided, it's worth noting that not all ear-licking streams got banned. The common consensus was that streamers that had 2 cameras, one for the face and the other dedicated to their backside, found themselves in violation of Twitch's guidelines that classify sexual material as, quote, content or camera focus on breasts, buttocks, or pelvic region, including poses that deliberately highlight these elements. These bans were met with both support and criticism from some of Twitch's largest streamers.
But having no friends, I can say things how they are. And these men deserve this shit. And it's been a disgrace, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a disgrace, to be honest.
While Amaranth and others have pushed back against complaints that ASMR streamers are increasing toxicity against women on the platform, for the most part, their stance has been one of waiting and seeing what Twitch will do. While Twitch has yet to make an official statement about the ASMR meta, they have acknowledged that their restrictions were only meant to prevent the most overt sexual content. It wasn't meant for anything and everything that could be considered sexually suggestive, since doing so would increase restrictions on gaming and other content. Where the line is drawn for sexual content on Twitch is still very much in flux. While they seem to have made a definitive statement with their recent bans, their lack of consistency across the category, much less the platform at large, leaves that line wobbly to say the least.
Like, I thought the way that the system worked was if you get suspended and you do the same thing again, the punishments escalate. But these are people that have gotten suspended 4 or 5 times for the exact same thing, and nothing seems to matter. Like, they're actually getting preferential treatment. They are, it's obvious. Everybody fucking sees it.
Despite this setback, one thing's for sure. Amaranth and her peers are sure to find a new niche to settle into, and another explosively popular meta is probably just around the corner.
It tastes